All right, guys, I'm here at the House of Biceps. Wrapped up some things today. It's a humid time of year. It's winter time, and with the cooler temperatures, I guess the relative humidity, the percentage of humidity is a little bit higher, and for some reason, the bars tend to rust a lot more in the winter than they do in the summer. I guess that the water in the air isn't just steam evaporating like it is in our summertime heat. It was like 70 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade today, with still a sunscreen warning until 5 p.m. or 3 p.m. But I've got a couple bars here. This is a weightlifting bar that I use primarily now on Wednesdays for front squats. And this is a Ohio Power Bar, and it did a lot of this rusting in the first month that I got it. So, but it needs to be taken care of. I use this a lot for set up for car deadlifts because it's a heck of a barbell, and it's never going to be clean or pretty. So, might as well just use it. But we've got a couple of things. I mean, it's getting towards the spring cleaning time of year. Do I have all my supplies? I do. So at least once a year, I miss quite a bit, but at least once a year I really focus on trying to go through all my barbells and trying to protect them as much as possible. So a couple of things that you can do. I mean, I've got a brush here. This is an Eleiko brush. It says Ironside on it. Whatever you can make of that. So it came with the Eleiko weightlifting barbell. But if you can get some kind of good scrubbing brush, and I've had some good brushes like from Lowe's and Walmart that don't compare to how tough this thing is. I would get some hand sanitizer, isopropyl alcohol. This is 70% hand disinfectant, and some 3-in-1 oil. Chris Duffin at Kabuki Strength has a new one called the Barbell Sauce or the Sauce, and I don't have any. He doesn't sponsor me, but I would highly suggest picking up some of it because you want your barbells to be on the sauce. So, and anything that Chris Duffin puts his name on, you can pretty much know that it's going to be good quality. So, it'll help you take care of your bars a little bit longer. But just what I try to do, like this time of the year, I don't know how much you can see, but I'm getting some rust here. And that is just, it's coming off, but that is just where the barbell sits in the J-hooks in the rack when I'm squatting and front squatting. But all that is going to wear on the bar. And then the sleeves wear a little bit where the plates go on and off. And anytime you have chalk on the bar, so if you see the guys that come in, you get your hands all covered with chalk and you lock up and you grab the bar, and then you have this huge chalk print right here, and then you leave. There is moisture that gets trapped between the chalk and the barbell, and that's what will cause that barbell to rust. So you need to get that chalk off. And the issue is, if you spend all of your time with this brush digging like that, you know what? I'm the only one using this bar, and I don't really care. Doesn't really make a difference. But if this is being done every day for years, eventually it is going to take some of that knurling off that barbell. That's probably not what you want. So take your rubbing alcohol. Look at that. Every week when I deadlift on the deadlift bar, there's a big handprint for chalk. And instead of scrubbing with this now, I take this and I spray it like crazy. And then I just take a towel. And this has got some serious knurling on it. Look at that. It's going to take the chalk and a lot of that rust right off. I've still got some serious rust right here that's going to need some loving. But probably not all today. But look at that right there. Took a ton of that off. A ton of that off. But I don't know if you want to be digging with this all the time. So the first thing I'm going to do real quick is cover both bars with the hand sanitizer. And we're going to wait just a couple minutes. So we're just going to brush a little bit. I'm not pushing hard. Ooh, that needs to spread a little bit, doesn't it? Look at that. I could probably do this all with just wiping. There's a good bit of rust on this one. I will show you in a minute on the deadlift bar. Should have some chalk left on it. I don't think I'll wipe it off Sunday. I knew I was going to make this video, and I left it. So I will show you how easy it is to take the chalk off a bar with the spraying alcohol. And I keep this towel here at the gym. I've got a bunch of gym towels in different places, but once I've got one dirty, I'll just go ahead and keep it here at the gym. Take my 3-in-1 oil. Just do a small section. If it's a bar that you really like and you use frequently, just keep this handy. And after every training session, rub a little bit on the area that's getting worn down and roughed up. And then just take your towel and wipe it off. Like this one right here doesn't need a lot of love. That's really the only spot that needs the work. See, that bar is more than done. And if you get to the gym on the next training session and this bar is pretty oily, you know what you can do? Hit it again with the spray alcohol and a clean towel. Now, this is a good sales pitch to get some really good collars to go on the end, because after you get those collars, after you get those sleeves nice and slick with this stuff, you're going to want some collars, because those plates will just slide right off that freaking bar really fast and easy. Ooh, this one needs a lot of love. Maybe more love than I can put on video today. It's soaking up that oil fast. Now, rather than hitting a barbell once or hitting it 5-6 times on one day, so like today, instead of saying, hey, I'm going to fix this barbell today, it might just be better to do a little bit every training session when you come out. Like I said, this isn't a barbell that I use all the time, but there are certain times of the season in training cycles where I will use this bar quite a bit. So right now, I'm not using it at all. It's a great time to get out here and work on it. Because after every training session, I can leave it hanging up in the corner, put a little bit of oil on it, and just hit it real good with this towel, and I can get some good work on it, restore this barbell really, really well, and will not take up too much of my time, and make sure that I don't overdo it in the meantime. You don't have to get all of the rust off. It doesn't have to be perfect today. But as you're cleaning it, look for these little spots, like right here. This is the spot where it's grabbed a lot and it's been covered with chalk and been kind of left. So if you have a spot with a big, thick area of rust starting to build up on it, take the oil and just let it sit. Some of that oil will dig in and it'll help take some of that rust off. Maybe not today, but you can leave it that way, especially if you're at a home gym. If you're at a commercial gym, oh man, the gym owner's going to be shocked. Well, that hasn't fixed the bars completely, but that is a great start for where they can be here in a week or so. So this bar looks much better, and it tends to continue to rust right around those spots where it hooks in the rack and where the plates go off and on. So I need this little towel to go over it every couple of training sessions just to protect it and make it last a long time. This bar, I haven't touched it in a long time, so I can't do everything on it today. I don't need to do everything on it today. I need to give it some loving about once a week or every other week to make sure that by the time its season comes back out, it's ready to rock and roll, and it's going to be safe for me to use. Let me see if I can get you guys over there close to the deadlift bar and see if I can find out with some chalk on it. All right, so that right there, the dark one, is my deadlift bar. A little bit of chalk right there. The side where I grip it, a little bit of chalk. Not much. I don't use a lot. I hook grip pretty well. Let's see. There's a little bit right there. Look at that. I know. You're saying, yeah, Clint, you just got it wet. It's just a wet side and a dry side. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. See, having your home gym, it doesn't matter if you spray all the bars by accident. It's fine. It's your bars. And if you want to screw it up, it's your bars as well. But if you want to take care of it, and you don't want to be buying bars all the time because you respect your equipment, that's probably why you have a home gym. Then take care of it. Okay. That's fairly dry. See any chalk on it anymore? No scrubbing. Didn't take any knurling off. And there we go, guys. There we go. All right, so I shot that video on Wednesday. Here we are on Sunday. I'm back here at the gym to do some lifting. I just want to show you the bars. Here is that Ohio Power Bar. She's got a little bit of shine here that it didn't have. It's still got a lot of rust. I could do a lot of work on this to make it better. You can see there's a couple spots where everything kind of soaked in. And we go down here. You can see where I completely missed. And this needs some work. So I can come back and hit that again today. I don't need this bar. You can see where the oil went and where it didn't. So we go up here. What else? The weightlifting bar over here looks pretty solid, nice and shiny. Got rid of the rust, and it's kind of stayed off there. So I don't need that weightlifting bar again until Wednesday, so I can hit that again if I had to. The Ohio Power Bar, I'll hit again today before I leave and get the spots that I missed. Let me show you the deadlift bar. Okay, we'll get in a little bit closer. You can see that deadlift bar there. There was chalk on it. It's all gone. No chalk. Not really much rust. And you can see all the bars around it that I kind of accidentally sprayed with rubbing alcohol. It didn't destroy them at all either. So there's no damage to the bar from the rubbing alcohol or the oil. Got the chalk off nice and well. So I just try if I can keep the chalk off, and then every once in a while hit it with a little bit of 3-in-1 oil. I can do wonders, guys. I can do wonders.